Hi, good morning. I'm making chocolate dipped Christmas cookies today. These are basically pistachio cookies, but I've added cranberries and chocolate chips to make them more interesting. So we're going to begin with 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups of finely chopped pistachios. Now, I should have chopped them here, but I didn't and I left them whole. I would recommend that you chop them. Anyway, I've added the flour and the pistachios together, and I'm also using a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And so in this dry mixture, I'm just mixing the ingredients until they're well combined. And I'm just going to set those aside while I prepare my wet ingredients. So in a separate bowl, I am combining 1 cup of butter along with 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. And then I'm just adding those 2 ingredients together and, creaming them together until they're well combined. Once the butter and sugar are light and fluffy, I'm going to go ahead and pour back in my flour mixture a little bit at a time. Okay, so just blend a little bit, add the flour and the pistachio mixture to the cookie batter, and until it's well mixed. I then am adding a 1/4 cup of mini chocolate chips and a 1/4 cup of dried cranberries. Now, I also recommend that you chop the cranberries fine. I didn't do that, but again, I think that's a better option for these cookies. I'm going to mix this batter. It's going to be soft. And so the goal is, once it's well mixed, is to transfer it to a plastic wrap. I've actually formed it into a log so that I can easily wrap the plastic wrap around it and then refrigerate it for at least 30 minutes. So once the cookie dough is cold and easy to handle, I'm going to go ahead and cut the dough into rounds. So this is where I recognized I needed to chop my ingredients finer, because when I cut into it, it broke apart. So what I was able to do was to go ahead and form it into small patties and then place it on the cookie sheet. If the ingredients are finer, then it will be easier to cut the log. We're going to bake these cookies for 10 to 11 minutes at 300 degrees. It'll still be a very light looking cookie when it's done. But while we're baking the cookies, we're going to go ahead and make our chocolate dipping sauce. And we're going to use 2/3 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm literally putting this in the microwave on low power for about 15 seconds. And I'm just stirring until the chocolate is completely melted, and it gives a really nice shiny sheen to this melted chocolate. And the cookies are now done, and they've cooled for about 5 minutes. And I'm going to take the cookie and just dip the edges into the chocolate and place it on parchment paper when I'm done. Because I was taking these cookies to work, I put them in the refrigerator so that they could cool faster, and then piling them on a plate and running off to the morning Christmas party. The reaction to the cookies was positive, although I could tell that it would have benefited from cutting the ingredients finer. But these are my chocolate dip cranberry nut cookies.